physically trapped on vacation with a neighbor 28M who refuses to take no from me 18-year-old he needed advice. That one sounds too serious. I'm too high for a mishbishana narration. I should go play some zzz. Have fun playing zzz. Hey everyone, I really need some outside perspective on how to handle a boundary issue with my neighbor. I'm an 18-year-old girl and my neighbor is turning 28. We grew up in the same area, but we have absolutely nothing in common. He has been trying to pursue a relationship with me since I was much younger, and despite the large age gap, he refuses to stop. Even when I get over it, but I can't stop obsessing over a prank that ruined my wedding experience and left me furious. Wife says I need to get over it, but I can't stop obsessing blah 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 blah. I had an amazing wedding experience that was completely ruined by a prank my wife and friends played during the garter removal. Am I the asshole for refusing to let it go? During the reception, we were doing all of the usual wedding games. Eventually, I was told it was time to do the garter removal. As everyone gathered around us in the middle of the dance floor, my wife was sitting in a chair and my friends brought up blindfold and told me I would be doing the garter removal blindfolded. I should have been suspicious of their grins, but I would have had some drinks, wasn't suspecting 100% he was removing it from his friend's leg. And tried to be a good sport about it, as everyone seemed like they were having a great time, myself included. As soon as I was blindfolded, however, my wife slipped out of the chair and was replaced by one of my groomsmen. Let's go. He's a friend of the family I've grown up with, but I would not say we were close. Now I'm blindfolded. When I did, I was smiling because I thought I would be a good sport and everyone was laughing so hard. For a moment, the entire energy... No, but when I took it off the blindfold, everyone burst into even louder laughter. For a moment, the entire energy of everyone at the wedding was focused on nothing besides laughing at me. I was furious. I wanted to say and do a million different things, but I didn't. For some reason, I just felt that pretending it wasn't a big deal was the best defense, that showing anger would be confirming how badly I'd just been humiliated for their delight, and that would have made my humiliation all the worse. So I sucked it up, slept, walked through the rest of the wedding while doing my best to keep a smile on my face. My wife could tell I was stunned, but she kept on going too. She definitely looking at a photo of my best friend in lingerie. Another example of shoot at the spot. At that moment, I wanted to combust. I was convinced that they were sleeping together and that my life would fall apart. I yelled and screamed, and I don't know exactly what I said. I cried a lot, and so did he. After a while, I'll never trust a man that cries and tells you that he did not cheat on you. It was just urges and other stuff. Never. I had a guy at my feet embracing them as if I was fucking Jesus, telling me about how much he loves me. After throwing me away from the flat that we shared and after cheating on me with half of the city. Never trust. The wife should send me some sexy photos as a revenge. My husband tried to explain the situation like it was an innocent interaction. He said that he had been texting my friend, which I knew he did once in a while. I text her husband too sometimes, though mostly in a group chat, about possibly getting me lingerie as a gift. He was texting her friend about the lingerie he wants to give his wife, so she bought some and showed him. So he knows how it looks. In mine, 2 years later, I previously posted about inappropriate questions asked by a work colleague, Steve. After that post, he made a statement saying, I'm learning chiropractic and want to try it on you. Also, he wants a handyman at the market. Nice guy, can't even small talk. Here's the distressing news I just found out today. He was convicted serial sexual assaulter who spent 10 years in jail and was released in 2021. I started working in late 2022. He pleaded guilty to 31 different offenses, such as aggravated sexual penetration without consent, deprivation of liberty, armed robbery, and fraud. The worst part is that the owner of the market's knew. The market is supposed to be a family-friendly tourism place. He was the tenant's. When the tenants found out and confronted him, that he overcame to his defense, threatening to evict them from their stall. The good news is that he has quit his job. 31. Don't Google it. From your advice after the post, I was more blunt and less friendly. Doesn't know yet, and I'm at a loss. I feel like this is cheating, or at very least crossing a boundary. He has cheated on me in the past before via texting a real girl when we first started dating. I don't know how to address the subject with him, and honestly what I found makes me not want to be in a relationship anymore. It's not some random one he picked either. He specifically picked a very popular bop on the internet, Spider-Man can be the hint, and was speaking with her like the AI is real. That's not even the worst. What do you mean that's not even the worst part? The part that has me weirded out and quite frankly gave me the ick is the prompt he gave it. It's supposed to be a sister talking to him. It's supposed to be his sister. I mean, how else can he live through his fantasies? Throw a stone if you've never did it to the freaking incest video or hentai. Throw a stone. I dare you, go. Be there. Throw it at the op. I love it. I absolutely love it here. ChatGPT put on the Gwen cosplay and say, Oni-chan. He's sending explicit messages back and forth and going into detail what he wants to do to her and what he wants done to him. He's even said that his bathrooms, they were so dirty that I had to practically chisel the dried poop of the toilets. It took me about 4 hours to clean 2 bathrooms and vacuum the upstairs. There was so much gunk on the bathroom mirrors that I had to spray them with several different cleaners and let it soak on there before they would finally come clean. And there was so much stuff on the counters that you couldn't even see the top of them. I cleared everything off, then there was so much dust and dirt that you could write your name in it. I would venture to say he has never cleaned them in the 4 years we have lived in this house. The day he came home from the hospital, he went upstairs to settle in. We decided he would sleep in the guest room so that I wouldn't disturb him while he's recovering. I told him to text me if he needed anything and I would be checking up on him regularly. Anyway, I expected a thank you for cleaning upstairs and instead he was actually mad. I told him we would talk about it later as I didn't want to stress him out with him just getting home from the hospital. But I did tell him he needed to consider seeing a therapist because what I saw was not healthy. He has been home 2 days now, and every time I look at him, all I can see is the pooped cake toilets. I am beyond disgusted. I don't know how to get past this. I feel like I don't even know him. I need to roleplay this. I am going to skip a gap about the story that explains not safe for work details, but we've got to a point where Eli pulled out me and said something like, "My turn now." Not sure if those were his exact words, but that's what it sounded like. No. Before I could process what he meant, Eli bent over and Marcus started penetrating him from behind. I completely froze. They were so focused on each other that they didn't even notice I'd gotten out of bed. I grabbed some clothes from my dresser and went to take a shower. I stayed there for nearly an hour. I hate that I'm always right. I had to turn the volume up twice on my speaker because they were so fucking loud. When I got out and started getting dressed, everything was quiet. When I checked the bedroom, they were both asleep in my bed. There wasn't even room for me. No one checked on me. No one asked where I'd gone. No one seemed concerned at all. I ended up sleeping on a couch. Around 8 a.m. I went back into the bedroom to grab some things, and they were hooking up again like nothing had happened. I just grabbed what I needed and went back to the living room. Then they had the audacity to ask me to DoorDash food because they'd worked up an appetite. Revealing it during a threesome was a better option. Oh my god, they were together. He literally brought his side dick to the original, to the main story relationship. I can't. The audacity of this man. Imagine. Asked him if he thought it was the right time to think about getting married, as This will also help me sorting out my visa issues. He looked like he was about to vomit. After much prodding, he confessed that he wasn't planning on getting us married before I was able to get a green card permanent in the US. I was incredibly confused because he'd never mentioned this before. His reason was that he didn't want to be used as a visa mule. His words, not mine, by me, and that he wanted to make sure that I married him because I loved him and not because it was a ticket to get to stay in the US, which can only happen when I get a green card. It took me a while to process what he said, and I asked him if he would be okay to move to Indonesia with me, which he wasn't. I did not react well and ended up leaving because I couldn't deal with what just happened. I am still in disbelief. I started dating him because he was the kindest, most thoughtful and generous man I'd met. I now feel like I've wasted 7 years.